Hi everyone. Hopefully you can hear me. It's Matt, just off camera. I think we've got Ben Ransom, who will kick us off from Sky, and then we'll go through, if you want to use the hands up mechanism, I'll get to as many as you possibly can. But Ben, if you'd like to take the first two, and then we'll round everyone else.
Thank you very much, Matt. Jurgen, congratulations today. What's the most pleasing aspects of that? The win, the scoreline, the quality of the goals?
It was a little bit interrupted. I'm not sure if that's a technical problem or you just stopped talking. Everything is pleasing. Everything is good about this game. Overcoming difficult problems in the first half with counterattacks, fighting really hard to avoid their goal, and on the other side, really top football, top finishing, keeping the ball in the right way, using the positioning, filling the just match plan with life, and boys did really well. It was really difficult to play against us today, I would say. And then when you have, obviously today they all wore their finishing boots, it looked like. When you have them, that's really tricky, and so that's the reason for the result. That didn't happen for us before, but unfortunately not happen a lot. But it's a funny season. We lost 7-2. Now we won 7-0. At least we could cancel out a little bit this with the goal difference.
You mentioned the 7-2. Also, you've had to battle some big injuries this year, and yet you're going to be top of the league at Christmas for the third season in a row. How satisfying are you with where you are right now as you try and defend this title?
I don't feel satisfaction or whatever. I'm happy in the moment, absolutely, because it was just a top game. But the time is just like this. It makes no sense to be over the moon about something because the problem don't get smaller. I don't say the problems, the challenges don't get smaller. It's just yes, the first time now for feels like ages that we don't play on Tuesday immediately again. I think Crystal Palace felt today a little bit how hard it is to play Wednesday night and then on Saturday 12:30 immediately again. It's tough. It was for us tough as well. And so I don't think really about being top of the table or whatever. We're just happy that we won the game, that we have now time to recover, more time to recover than we ever had before in this season, and that we have to use that in a smart way. And then West Brom is waiting with Sam Allardyce, and the next proper challenge is there.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, I'm going to go to the hands up first, which I think Gene Sylvester's next, and then we'll go for Hideo as well. But if you can use the hands up, guys, we're going to go to people. That'd be great. But Gene Sylvester first.
Hi, Jurgen. It's Gene Sylvester here from the Morning Star. Now, I just wanted to get your views on whether you think you've really hit a rhythm now due to a more settled team. Obviously, with all the injuries at the beginning of the season, obviously you had to find a new blend with the defence and so on and so forth. Do you believe now you're finding a more settled selection that is allowing you to find more rhythm?
We deal the whole season already only with the circumstances. I don't mean now I'm not mean COVID. Now I mean really the injuries and stuff like this. So you cannot prepare for that. You just have to sort these kind of problems. Yeah, I know we had a lot of problems, and it's all about when it's once started, then it just leads to the next problem. That means you have a player less on second half, and a week later another one has to play 7 times in a row, because nobody else was fit, and all these kind of things. The young kids were not ready, and these things that needs just it doesn't stop. So in a moment, it's just 1 hour now after the game where we just think, okay, it's fine. But from tomorrow on, we try to prepare all the different scenarios again and do what we have to do to make sure that we will win football games in end of December. Obviously, it's not a game, and then in January, February, and so on as well. It's tough and nothing to be satisfied with or whatever.
Thank you, Gene. We'll go to Hideo and then to Rob Harris from AP. We haven't got any other hands up after that, but Hideo first, then Rob Harris.
Hi, Jurgen. You have been using Tucky in midfield recently, but does today's performance show that he's more suited to play up front? And ideally, do you want to use him up front rather than in midfield?
First and foremost, we want to use Tucky, so that's it. And the way we play, we need if you play for us in midfield, you need to be an offensive. You need to have offensive skills as well. So means Taki can play there. Played it twice, played good. Even more important in training, he looked really sharp, really in good shape. That's why he played today. Played a top game today. Nice finish. And just is a good moment. Yeah? So that's what we want to use. And I saw him in the dressing room now, and he was couldn't avoid smiling all over his face. So it's a good moment. He's in a really good place and helps us a lot.
Thank you. So Rob Harris, and this will be the last question unless anyone else puts their hands up on the system on the right hand side. Rob Harris.
Hi Jurgen, Merry Christmas. I'm sure you were pleased obviously to rack up that big score in the first, particularly without Mo. What was the thinking for not starting Salah, and had you taken into account the interview that was published, sort of maybe talking about a move to Spain potentially, or not having the captaincy as well?
What was? Oh, I'm not sure I understand everything. So what was the plan with him not starting? That's easy. It's just, I think it's the first time for a while that we had the opportunity to do something like this. It was clear after we played Sunday, Wednesday, so we needed fresh legs today. So Joel could come in, Naby could come in, and then we had to think about how can we deal with that in the first line. And Mo played the last 4 games, I think just only 7 minutes from the last 4 games. It's a massively intense period. So it was clear it will be him. And then usually you would expect in a game like this against Crystal Palace, the recent results again between us and them were always pretty tight, close. So bringing him in the last half an hour, I thought it's a good idea. We did that, by the way, but it was not exactly the scenario we would have expected, of course. So that's it.
And did you see the comments he said in the Spanish interview about not having the captaincy against Midtjylland, a bit unhappy with that, and suggesting he would be open to moving to Spain one day?
Nothing to say from my side about that. All fine. Okay.
Rob, we'll go to Ivan Speck from the Irish Examiner, and I think that's it. That's what I can see for hands up. So Ivan to finish for us. Sorry, Ivan, I think you're on mute. If you can take it off mute, and then we can hear your question.
Sorry about that. Bringing Salah up. Some people might have thought it was a risk. You were 4-0 up, but everything seemed to work today, which is one of those days, I guess.
Yeah, well, I said it was a good day. And we didn't have a lot of struggles first half. The counter-attacks they had. We defend that. As far as I know, nobody picked up any injuries, or not little or bigger ones. I hope that's still the case when I arrive again in the dressing room. No, apart from that, really one of the bad days in our life, and we will take that with us, try to recover, and go again.
And this is the very last question for us, which is Daniel Matthews, and then we'll depart the press conference. Daniel.
Hi, Jurgen, can you hear me?
Yeah.
You mentioned obviously the turbulence of this year and all the injuries, but this feels like a statement victory. How much more from your side, with the players coming back and using the extra break, how much more from your side do you feel there is to come?
I don't think that we have to make this kind of prediction that how much more we come after a 7-0. So we have to, if you want to reach whatever in this league or in football in general, you have to be really consistent. And you have to, for being consistent, you need options. So when Jose Mourinho said before our game, we played against Tottenham, that only 2 or 3 players are not involved, and all the rest is on the pitch for our game from the league winners. He was actually right. The problem is only that these players had to play like 80-90% of the games of final season. So that's more our problem. So far, we always could bring a really good team on the pitch. That's what we, filled up with really sensationally talented boys. That's what really helps. But it's just, the majority of the season is still to come. So it's not about how much more we can do. We just have to be ready on each match day to find a way to win this specific game. And that's not decided that if we will do that. We will try it with all we have, but yeah, we will see later on this season.
Thank you very much, everyone. That's us, and have a safe journey home, and speak to you soon, Stu. Thanks, boss. That's us. That's us.
Have a nice Christmas. Bye. Bye-bye.